Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at a custom diecast of Joey Logano's 2015 Truck Series Martinsville raced version. The box in front of you is a donor box, so it's not really worth taking a look at, but this actually did come from a Brad Keselowski Racing diecast, so I thought that was just funny. But anyways, let's get down to the car itself. This, of course, was Joey Logano's first and only truck victory, and he has actually not ran a truck race since winning this race. This was a pretty thrilling finish between Joey Logano, Matt Crafton, and Cole Custer. Cole Custer dove bomb both Joey and Crafton while they were side by side, shoved them up the track. Looked like Cole Custer might win. Then Matt Crafton got back to Cole Custer and was mad that he shoved him up the track, so Cole Custer got wrecked. It was kind of weird. Matt Crafton just kind of door slammed Cole Custer, and that somehow made Cole Custer like spin around on the front stretch, which was kind of weird, but Cole Custer then stopped, caused a caution, which caused another restart, which then led to Joey Logano beating Matt Crafton again on the restart and winning the race. So Joey Logano added his name to the list of drivers that have won in all three series, and, like I said, has not run a truck race since this race. He was initially scheduled to run the Canadian road course race later that season. Like, he even mentioned in his post-race interview, but then, I guess, Alex Tagliani wanted to do it, so he just gave it to Tagliani, because it was honestly strange anyways that Logano was going to run the Canadian road course. But of course, this diecast was not produced back in the day, so I, of course, had to get a custom made of it. And as you can see, it is a little bit better than anything Lionel would have given us, but we'll get to that later. For now, let's just do a quick 360 of the truck. The 29 Cooper Standard Brad Keselowski Racing truck that became a little bit iconic in its own right. But anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Cooper Standard. You got Ford F-Series on the front, number 29, and Brad Keselowski Racing. Down the side, you got Cooper Standard. You got Snap-On down there, as well as Draw Tight in front of the rear wheel. On the B-post, you have Reese, Penske, Built Ford Tough, Brad Keselowski Racing, and I'm not entirely sure what that top logo is. You have Joey Logano's name on the name rail, as well as your regular contingencies and such up front. On the back, you have Ford. You got the Ford Michigan license plate, Cooper Standard, Brad Keselowski Racing, and number 29. On the deck lid, you got Cooper Standard, careerforveterans.org with the American flag right there. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Obviously, no opening parts. This is, of course, still based on a truck mold. But now let's get down to the part everyone's waiting for, and that is the damage, which, like I said, is more than Lionel's ever going to do on a diecast. See, the front of the truck is just dirty and everything, as you would expect for a Martinsville race version. Down the right side, you see you got some marks and stuff on the right front fender, as well as the tire is pretty dirtied up, which I will also say that looks a lot better than anything Lionel's ever going to give us on a tire. And you can see the start of this is where my friend actually did dent in the fender. You can see that, but he dented in the fender right there where there's that mark, just like the real truck. As well as there's a few other dents. There's a dent right there. Come on, camera, don't screw up with blue now. See, the back of the truck has a few more marks and stuff. And you get to the kind of highlight of this race version. He got his fender torn up right there. And my custom guy was able to perfectly recreate it in diecast form. Except that is more than Lionel's ever going to give us. And he actually did decal Snap-On onto the bent fender too. That is fantastic right there. Always good to see actual damage on diecast. So you have a few more marks around the left rear tire, which is also marked up. And then he also did crumple in the fender right here. I forget exactly what caused that, which type of contact caused that little mark right there, because it did look like that, where it bent up the fender above the side skirt, but the side skirt was fine. Also, you got some donuts and stuff through the contingency sponsors. Does also have the roof sponsors, 2 Fords and a Cooper Standard. Just a beautiful, beautiful race version. I mean, at the time, Lionel didn't have a new raced version mold. Or not race version mold, I mean, just they didn't have a truck Ford mold until a couple years later. But, man, you guys really should have gone back and at least tried to offer Logano and Keselowski's first wins. Because, you know, fans want their driver's first wins. I don't care if it's a cup driver in, you know, trucks. I want my driver's first win. You know, now I have, you know, I think I have Logano's first race versions in 5 different series now. I've got his Cup, Xfinity, Truck, ARCA, because they made ARCA for some reason, and then I also got his Hooters Pro Cup first win made at one point. So, you know, it's kind of cool to have my driver's first wins in 5 different series like that. That makes for an interesting collection right there. You know, how many drivers even get race versions made for more than one series? Because there's only, like, I believe the list is up to, like, 27 or 8 now of drivers that have won in all 3 series. I believe Justin Haley was the most recent one to add his name to that list. But it's definitely still a pretty exclusive list for all the drivers over time, and that's all have won in all 3 series. I mean, obviously the Truck Series didn't really exist until, like, 1995, but still, that's still a pretty low number for the amount of drivers that have done all 3 series. Obviously, it's a custom diecast, so it's not like you can go out and get it, but definitely a cool car that was worth taking a look at. But I think it's changed ours to say, this has been a review of Joey Logano's Cooper Standard Martinsville Truck Raced version from 2015. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.